I'm a lifelong Xbox user that recently got a Nintendo Switch 2, and after just 2 weeks of ownership, I'm seriously contemplating on getting rid of my Xbox Series S and my PlayStation 5, which I only got about a month ago. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I'm thinking about doing this and whether or not you should add a Nintendo Switch 2 to your console lineup or get rid of them and just stick to one. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So quick little backstory, I've always been an Xbox user, and after high school and college, I really just had an Xbox 360, stopped gaming for a while, and when the Xbox Series S came out, I picked that up, and ever since then, that's pretty much what I've been rocking. About a month ago, I picked up a PlayStation 5, and as of like 2-ish weeks ago, I picked up a Nintendo Switch 2 just because I wanted to dabble and kind of see what I've been missing out on. And one, I have been missing out on a ton of stuff with the PlayStation 5. When I got the Nintendo Switch 2, I've just been missing out on all the Nintendo glory and just cozy vibes and nostalgia that this thing brings. I've never been a handheld guy, but as of recently, my life has changed. I recently became a new dad. I work 9 to 5 while still trying to live my active lifestyle and stay on top of my hobbies that I have, so time is seriously limited. And the Nintendo Switch 2, out of all the consoles, has really just been able to help me balance everything, still get some gaming in, still get some downtime, and really just still have fun with the little amount of time that I do have. Why am I thinking about getting rid of these consoles? So as soon as I got the Nintendo Switch 2, I've actually found myself gaming a lot more. The house consoles require you to sit down for an extended amount of time, almost like a whole event, and it kind of bothers other people in the household. This big old console booting up, the TV kind of loud, and you're also taking up a space in the living room where you can kind of be together with your family. My wife is taking care of our baby most of the time, so if I take up the TV, she can't really, have that downtime either. So the Nintendo Switch 2 has been my go-to for just random times where I have a little bit of downtime where my wife is doing something in the living room, but I still want to be with her and my baby as well as my dog, but also still kind of game and kind of de-stress and unwind in my own way. And I've been finding myself just grabbing the Switch 2 more than any of the other consoles lately. So I got to thinking, do I really need an Xbox? Do I really need a PlayStation? I haven't been really gravitating toward them unless I've had like a planned out day to play Arc Raiders with my buddies on Xbox, or I've purposely decided that day I was going to play a single player game such as God of War Ragnarok or Astro Bot on the PlayStation. So for day-to-day life, as of recently, the portability and just the handheld part of the Nintendo Switch 2 is really what is driving me to make this decision. The fact that I can just pick it up, take it anywhere, take it to the garage, take it on the go in the car. A lot of times I'm sitting in the back seat because my wife wants to de-stress and go for a drive. I'm in the back seat with my baby, kind of taking care of him, and also being able to game a little bit, especially for those long car rides when we have to go out of town to grocery shop, or if we're just on the couch in the room on the nursing chair, I can just grab the Nintendo Switch 2. I have a very fast, powerful, good-looking console at my fingertips. It's pretty much like having an Xbox Series S in the palm of my hand, if that makes sense. And a lot of people are probably going to roast me in the comments making that comparison, but I truly feel like it's almost Xbox Series S level quality, especially if you're running Nintendo Switch 2 games and that boost mode, giving you 1080p, 60 to 120, just depending on the game. Now, a lot of the Nintendo games are going to look awesome right off the bat, but a lot of those cross-platform games, such as PlayStation, Xbox games on the Nintendo Switch 2, you are going to notice a little bit of a graphical difference. But to me, having that at my fingertips, I don't really see it as a big issue. And if anything, the convenience factor with my current busy life is what's making me still gravitate toward this thing. Now, for those times where I do have access to my TV and just living room setup in general, that's kind of the after hours. Docked, this thing is playing 4K at 60, or, handheld, depending on the game, I'm getting 1080p, 120, and it's going to look amazing. So I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. Docked, I'm getting awesome performance, but again, I'm kind of taking up the space. Those times where I don't want to have a full sit-down session, handheld, I'm going to be getting that 1080p, 60, and it's still going to look good. It's still going to look crisp. And battery life, I'm getting anywhere between, 4 to 6 hours, just depending on the game and depending on kind of what I'm doing on the console itself, which to me is not bad. Having something at your fingertips, especially while on the go, is better than not having anything at all and kind of doom scrolling on Instagram, kind of brain rotting, which is way worse and really just doing you a disfavor. I'd rather be gaming and putting my, brain to work with a lot of the Nintendo games, which require, puzzles and you to think and all that. So I personally think the battery life, the display, having a nice big screen in the palm of your hands and still getting awesome performance and graphics is a major win. compared to my Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5 setup, this is just an addictive little piece of technology, and it's pretty much why I keep coming back to it and finding myself grabbing the Switch 2 over the PlayStation, over the Xbox. But again, there are times where I kind of miss that multiplayer vibe as well as that single player story cinematic vibe, which is why I go back to those other consoles. But again, like this console, the convenience of everything, still being able to play games like Fortnite and hopefully Warzone pretty soon here, 2K on the Switch, just games that I would normally play on my house consoles on the Switch is freaking awesome. And again, it's just like, if I can do it on this little thing, I'm gonna grab this rather than having to do like a full session on the TV. I know, first world problems, we are spoiled. It's just my honest thoughts at the current moment, and you really can't beat the freedom that the Nintendo Switch 2 offers. Guys, 90% of you are not subscribed, and currently we are on the road to 10K, so make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys, so you guys are notified when I drop a new video. More PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 2 content incoming, so make sure you guys come along for the ride, and let's go ahead and get back into today's video. Now, pros versus cons. I feel like the pros far outweigh the cons on this bad boy, but first con is the game library. Prices are insanely high for Nintendo Switch 2 games. Like, I'm talking super high. I've never seen a game go for $80, $90 that's been out for like 3 years and barely ever go on sale. Maybe that's just a new Nintendo user shock that I'm going through, but it's a very valid point. Now, on top of that, the games do take up space, and this thing only has 256 gigabytes of storage. Luckily, I got a bundle that came with an extra 256 gigabytes of storage, and I'm telling you, you guys probably are gonna need to expand your storage, because the actual physical games, which I was pumped about, you know, collecting physical games and also saving storage, a lot of them you're getting this physical card, but you still have to download the game, so it's kind of a lose-lose. Like, you're not really getting the benefit of the storage savings with the game card, so that's a huge con. On top of that, there's no subscription base model for games. Yeah, there's a subscription for the retro games, but all the new games that you kind of want to try out, not sure if you want to buy or not, you can't really test them out and do that like you can on the PlayStation 5 catalog or the Game Pass catalog, which is absolutely amazing. So it is kind of tough, you know, gauging what games you want to play, especially on a new ecosystem, new console, new games that you've never even played before, kind of taking big risks, and especially with the huge prices on the games themselves. Now, with the no game catalog, prices of the actual games, storage, and the price point of this thing, along with battery life, just depending on how you use it, I feel like what you're getting versus those cons makes this thing worth it, and it makes sense, believe it or not. I don't have a ton of games on this thing. I'm maybe rocking 2 to 3 at the moment. Pokemon Pokopia, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, NBA 2K, Mario Rabbids, this like little strategic puzzle game, which is freaking awesome for your mental stimulation, and then obviously Fortnite, which was free. I haven't spent a ton of money, and I'm kind of keeping it cozy handheld vibe, something I definitely can't get on the PlayStation or the Xbox. So with those pros, I feel like I can live with the cons and not really think about them too much. So after 2 weeks, am I seriously contemplating on selling my Xbox Series S and my PlayStation 5? Yes, I really am. I haven't been really gravitating toward them lately, and the Nintendo Switch 2 just makes so much sense at the current moment with my current lifestyle, having a newborn, while still trying to maintain everything and just keep a normal life going. I'd love to save some money, but at the end of the day, the Nintendo Switch 2 is just such a unique console that at this current moment, I'm kind of torn, because I still love my multiplayer games on the Xbox. I love my cinematic story mode, and then being able to jump to YouTube and get my entertainment from my PlayStation. The Nintendo Switch 2 can't really do that. So I feel like I'm going through a season where I'm like, wow, these things, I'm just not using them as much, and I'm using the Switch 2. I feel like I'm going to go through a season where I'm not using the Switch 2 as much. So it's just these thoughts that go through my head. But for the vast majority of people, if you have budget, I would definitely say adding the Nintendo Switch 2 to your home console collection is 100% worth it if you can justify it. But if you're on a budget, maybe you're a student, or, you know, just watching your pennies, and you can only have one console, I feel like the Nintendo Switch 2 is kind of that do-it-all console at the cost of, you know, graphics and performance. You can't really compare it to the PS5 or Xbox if that's kind of your situation, but if you can swing it, definitely pick one up, because I think it's such a unique console for what it does, and I think it's just awesome to have on hand. And trust me, I've been getting my use out of it, something I never thought I would have. Even my wife said, I didn't think you were going to be using that thing as much as you do. It's just so awesome to just have this thing at the tip of your hands and just be able to get those gaming sessions during times that you normally wouldn't. Drop your comments below. Would you guys get rid of the other consoles and only have a Nintendo Switch 2? Or are you like me, you like to have variety and have all 3 consoles, maybe 1 or 2 of them? Guys, we are on the road to 10K, so don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. New videos every week. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I will catch you guys in the next one. Tech Lift out.